Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What Ted Says, where it's always time to get a leaner budget, a fatter wallet, and a bigger net worth. Every Monday, every Thursday, we put these videos out to try to help you grow that net worth. So, a lot of people want to know, your family is going to take you on a Disney cruise. Hoo-ha! You're going to the Mediterranean or the Caribbean or somewhere down in Europe in one of those fancy cruises, and everyone wants to know, is my cruise tax deductible? Well, guess what? The answer is maybe. Cruises are kind of those special snowflakes, and they're sort of subject to their own rules as it pertains to travel expenses with the IRS. Now, here's the quote. According to the IRS, you can deduct up to $2,000 per year of expenses of attending conventions, seminars, or other similar meetings that are held on cruise ships. Of course, not dancing and eating a lot of food, but all those ships that that sail, especially around the United States, are considered potentially tax deductible. So it's not always the happiest news to all cruise buffs that are going internationally, but people spend thousands of dollars for things called seminars at seas. But remember, I'm just the messenger here. I'm not the IRS. I don't care about your damn tax return, and I'm not reading it anyway. But if you want to write off $2,000 of expenses for cruises, there are all sorts of stringent and special requirements that you're going to have to meet. According to the IRS, and this is true, you can only, and I say only, deduct cruise expenses if you meet all of the following requirements. This is all of them. And by the way, this is not about getting room service. So, first of all, if you have a convention, a seminar, or a meeting that's directly related to the active conduct of your business. So if you're a financial advisor and you go get financial advisor training on a cruise, that's going to be active to your business. The cruise ship is a vessel registered in the United States, not registered overseas, and all of the ship's ports, all of them are in the United States in terms of the call of ports. So you can't do something that's just going to be in Europe altogether. And you attach your return to a written statement signed by you that includes all this information. I know it sounds crazy, but the IRS is a little bit crazy. If you're watching this, you're a little bit crazy. The total days of the trip, not including the days of transportation to and from the cruise ship port. The number of hours of each day that you devoted scheduled to business activities. So it's not like you could be in a seminar for an hour and playing shuffleboard for 23 hours in a program. You've got to have that itinerary of the scheduled business activities of the meeting. When you attach this, you'll attach it to your written return and have that statement signed by an officer of the organization or the group sponsoring the meeting. And it's going to show, as I said, a schedule of all of the business activities that were done every single day. Now, there can be like different breakouts and meetings in different rooms, and you may have different events, even fun events at night, but it's got to be part of the activities and the hours that you spent. Remember, if it's 8 hours during a day, it's generally going to be included for that day. But I have a trick, and that's what I do here on What Ted Says. I give you little tricks and tips to save you money. Now, what if this is a board of directors meeting? Now, when I start a company, I can put whomever I want on the board of directors. Could it be my wife? Could it be my children? And then if they're included in coming in that meeting for the board of directors of our company, would it have to be an industry conference? Could it be a stockholder or shareholder meeting for our business? Or maybe we're just researching somewhere in, I don't know, Ibiza for us having those schedule of events for what we do in our business. Now, if I do it that way, potentially, you've got to document. It includes potentially lodging, transportation, and 50% of the meals and expenses. This means that we could be catering lunch or dinner for the board of directors. That's also a valid business expense and entertainment that applies to that board of directors meeting. So this could apply potentially to if you have an LLC or an S Corp or a C Corp, those travel and meetings that are related to it. I would highly recommend that you take the minutes from what happens in that meeting, have a call to action. You need to take it seriously at that point, or it could be questions. But guess what? Fortune 500 companies do this all the time. They have board of directors meetings, and those expenses largely can be written off. So there's the answer. Do you want to go on a cruise just for a seminar? You may be limited in the number of expenses you can deduct with the IRS. If it's a board of directors meeting, you might have a little bit more of that gray matter as you think about what you can deduct. As always, talk to a qualified financial advisor, CPA, and/or attorney before you make any of these financial decisions. And this is what we do at What Ted Says. We show you how to have a leaner budget, we show you how to have a fatter wallet, and we save money in taxes so you have a bigger net worth. Check out everything on my channel. Click that subscribe button. Make sure you get all the goodies in your mailbox every single week. And maybe, just maybe, you want to figure out, can I write off all of my business mileage? Check it out right here on What Ted Says.